pressure coming into the Kentucky Derby as the favorite. Even more pressure when you come in undefeated.
So what happens when you come in as the undefeated, overwhelming favorite and basically stumble out of the gate? Let's go back to 1977 and find out as we continue our series, Derby 150, Moments in History.
It was one of the more beautiful moments you could draw up in horse racing. A giant, old, cranky horse coming to life after being reunited with his rider. Angel Cordero sang to Seattle Slew as a private camera crew captured their last lap around the farm at Slew's birthday party, not long before his death. Seattle Slew's grave at Hillendale Farm looks like a king is buried there. Perhaps that's because he was a king in the sport of horse racing. His fairy tale life literally ended 25 years to the day after he won the Kentucky Derby. The fairy tale began when Seattle Slew was purchased for only $17,500 because he looked like a mule. But the horse nicknamed Baby Huey never lost as a 2-year-old, never lost as a 3-year-old, and when the Kentucky Derby rolled around, the overwhelming 1-2 favorite looked cooked at the start.
And they're off. Seattle Slew broke slowly, breaking.
Mashed at the start, breaking almost last is usually devastating for a front-running horse. But watch the yellow cap of jockey Jean Cruget aboard Seattle Slew, bulldozing his way through the field so fast it's hardly noticeable.
Seattle Slew has moved up along the inside and has moved into second. It's Seattle Slew, however, that takes it over at the head of the stretch. Seattle Slew moving away, now opens 2.5.
An easy win, despite early trouble, did not convince Slew's rider.
For the Derby, I thought that was a very good horse. And then when I saw the Derby, I was not impressed. I didn't like the way he wins.
But easy wins in the Preakness and the Belmont.
They're nearing the finish line. It's still Seattle Slew, and he's opened it out to 4.5.
Changed his jockey's mind, who started celebrating 20 yards before the finish line.
Oh, I think he can go that far. He pulled me on. He deserved to be Triple Crown.
Undefeated 2-year-old champion. He won the Triple Crown at 3, undefeated again, champion 3-year-old. Comes back at 4, champion again.
Could anyone beat Seattle Slew? The next year, he took on the mighty Affirmed. Triple Crown winner versus Triple Crown winner.
Affirmed is taking up the chase on the inside, but it's still Seattle Slew who's holding on. Nearing the finish, Seattle Slew has it by 4.
All that was left to accomplish was to become the best in the breeding shed, too. Seattle Slew had a huge family, siring 1,103 foals, 48% of them winners. One of his descendants became the only other undefeated Triple Crown winner in history.
He's just awesome! Justify has won the Kentucky Derby!
Pretty easy to justify Seattle Slew as perhaps the greatest ever.
So he's just done everything that a racehorse can do.
And he's won the Kentucky Derby. Seattle Slew, yes, in fact, may be one of the great horses.
So get this, Seattle Slew was the betting favorite in every race he ever ran, 17 of them. He only lost 3 times. As a champion sire, his famous family includes Swale, AP Indy, Mineshaft, Tappet, and California Chrome, just to name a few.